Hey everyone, it's Angela Sealing, and I get to share with you about this business as a business of relationships. And I love this aspect of our work, and it's actually one of the main reasons that I do this work. Not only because we get to share with those about essential oils and how they can bring hope and health and healing to their lives, but because we get to enter into their lives in a really unique and sometimes very intimate way with essential oils, but also then to go on and connect with them through our business. As you know, many of those people then go on to share with others, and then some of them become business builders just like you and like me. And so there's this ripple effect that takes place that we get to impact so many different lives in so many different ways. And so our entire work is really built on relationships. And so it's something very important that we need to take some time to really focus on here in business camp. So we just came off of a day and a half of self-care. And some of you may be wondering, why in the world do we spend so much time on self-care? Some of you may be a little bit like me, where you're not even that great at self-care. I have had to get better at it over the years, primarily because I've been in a place of service for so long that I've had to get better at taking care of myself. Because I'll tell you, as a midwife and someone who has been on call for many, many years, serving other people, burnout is a real thing. And so part of why we talked about self-care so much is because we want to help you create some practices that will hopefully keep that from happening for you. We want you in this for the long haul. We want you on this journey with us for many, many years to come. And so in order to do that, we have to really take care of ourselves. The other reason that we talked so much about that is because we really want to be able to present the lifestyle that we're sharing with other people, not just in words, but that people can actually see that we live that lifestyle. So yes, we use the products, we love our essential oils, but do we actually have that life of freedom? Do we actually, take those times where we completely engage with our families, where we get off of social media on Sundays, or whatever it happens to be for you, where you just really take those moments and you reflect that for yourself, for your own benefit, but also so that you mirror that back to other people and let them know that this truly is a possibility and that you do really live this lifestyle that you tell people that you do. And then the other piece is just making sure that we have enough to actually give out to other people. You've heard that idea of the cup and the saucer, and actually living that from that full cup and having the extra in the saucer, where we have so much more to give to other people. And if we don't have that time where we put it back in, then we won't have anything to get back out again. So that's part of why we spent so much time on that. Beyond that, I want to just start talking about now what it looks like to come from that place of wanting to serve, being fully cared for in and of yourself, and then wanting to come from that place of service, right? So keep in mind your why you're really moving into this work. And then we're going to do what we do from that place, right? So because all of these different relationships that we have are really the foundation for this work that we do, it's important that we nurture them. So it's not about, making sure that you check in with people and are they doing okay, because you need to check it off of your list and make sure that you kind of did what you said you were going to do. But it really is making sure that you're nurturing those relationships that exist within your life, because we want to make sure that people truly feel cared for, and that's at the heart of our work. And then from that place, if we're able to meet people where they're at, sharing these wonderful natural solutions, both physically, emotionally, financial freedom, we all talk about that, right? Like if we're able to really share that with people, and then they go on to share it with other people, or maybe they connect us with people that we're able to share it with as well, that ripple effect is so amazing. The number of lives that we can actually impact. So start thinking about the people that you come in contact with every day in your life. Don't make any assumptions about who might be interested in essential oils or who might be interested in natural health or who's the massage therapist that you just know is going to want to implement, this new technique or, up leveling their massages with essential oils. I mean, those are really great things, but just think about the average person that you run into every day and be open, be curious about them, have more conversations, start chatting with the person in line at the Starbucks, start really engaging with the person that you check out with at the grocery store. I was shopping with my kids when we were stuck in Arizona this summer on our road trip. And I could have been on my phone or we could have busied ourselves in the store, but we were kind of tired and we sat down outside of the fitting room. And the woman there was an older woman and we just started chatting. And this is not my typical response, you all. I want you to know that because I tend to be more kind of turn inward, especially if I have the kids with me. I'm not super social when I'm out and about. So I just started having this conversation with her and I learned how she moved to Arizona and what her plans were for the rest of her life and what she was interested in. And before I left there, I actually exchanged information with her and said, I'm always looking for really wonderful people to join me on this journey in this work that I do. I would love to chat with you more about that when you might be ready to make a change in your work. Because I knew she wasn't going to stay at this Ross, at the fitting room forever because she has other aspirations and she doesn't need the money. But had I not sat down with her to really hear about her life, there's no way I would have felt comfortable saying that to her because I wouldn't have known that she's not just the cranky, crotchety woman that she was trying to come off as. And we meet people like this every day that just, even if you never get to share essential oils with them, exchanging a kind word to someone, letting them know that someone cares about them, that someone actually sees them. I mean, how amazing is that to be able to actually make that impact on someone's world? And from that place, we learn what their desires are, what their struggles are, and we can start to think about ways that we might be able to help them. And so it's not about hunting people down and making the sale. Sure, we're going to talk about sampling essential oils and we're going to talk about numbers and tracking and all of those things. We're going to get to the nuts and bolts of actually building the business. But in the midst of it all, we're caring for other people and we're nurturing relationships. And so it's really important that we really make that distinction from the very beginning so that we know where we're coming from and where we're headed and what's at the heart of this work that we're doing. So I invite you to just start thinking about those people, your hairdresser, the person at the post office, the parents on your kids' soccer team, the woman in the front office at the school, lots of different places that you go every single day that you may not have even considered the people that you talk to. If you stop at a gardening store, if the errands that you run multiple times a week, the same places you go all the time, who are those people that you could engage with and start building a relationship and see if there's any way that you might be able to help them and open up their eyes to some things that might be really life-changing for them. And then imagine who they might talk to and how many people that they might impact just because you introduced the idea of something a little bit different than what they've ever done or heard before. So we're going to post some additional resources for you. But as you're finishing up here, just think about where you might begin with that one person that you might talk to or that conversation that you might linger with just a little bit longer to be curious and get to know those people just a little bit more. All right, we'll have more for you soon. Thanks for watching.